Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we're going to talk about Tesla's massive run lately and whether or not I think they can reach all-time highs this year. So, what do we got here? We are currently looking at my public Patreon portfolio. Tesla's market value in my portfolio is $472,000 for a gain of $56,000. Position almost 1,800 share. Oh, this is my private portfolio. Sorry, let's get away from that. Okay, this is my public portfolio. Yeah, don't show anybody that. That's secret. That's mine. Yeah. Let's move forward. Okay, this is my public Patreon portfolio for my Tesla stock. So yeah, this portfolio is available for all my Patreon members to see. They can view it at any time. This portfolio is currently up 55.85%. Total market value of, where is it? $31,794.39. And this portfolio owns a decent number of shares, 121 shares. All right, so yeah, let's get to the brunt of this story. So yeah, what we are talking about today is Tesla's massive run lately. And this capped off when they released their delivery numbers, which is interesting because lately, the last, 3 years, every time Tesla releases delivery numbers, the stock tanks. Deliveries, tank. Deliveries, tank. Q4, Q3, Q1, whatever. It didn't matter. It would tank the day afterward. This was just the opposite. It skyrocketed since the delivery numbers. They weren't anything particularly special. But, okay, let's discuss those in a minute. Let's just say delivery numbers came out, stock skyrocketed, and there's other tailwinds as well. And currently, Tesla stock is trading at $262.33. You can see it skyrocketed from about $200 per share. For a market cap of $836 billion. Oh, by the way, this is a 3-month gain of 51%. So that's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. So yeah, what are the tailwinds that Tesla has? What is driving this market share gain? Why are people excited about Tesla stock again? There are many reasons. Reason number one, I'm going to say, is the Cybertruck, or in this case, the Cyber Beast. Just look at this thing. Actually, I took this picture outside of a coffee shop in LA. It's actually just outside of an auto show. We're going to an auto show, and this was outside of the auto show. So this was an actual customer's vehicle, not part of the auto show. They drove it here to this hotel. You can see there's other nice cars here. There's Lamborghinis and Ferraris and $500,000 vehicles plus the Cyber Beast. So anyway, yeah, this vehicle sells itself. Just look at this thing. It's beautiful. And look at the advertising on the side. That's the thing with the Cybertruck, is you can style it any way you want. And there are some awesome, magnificent paint jobs on these vehicles. And celebrities love them. You got Jay Leno, you got Justin Bieber. Just name the celebrity, they probably have a Cybertruck. Kim Kardashian. So anyway, also is you can paint it just beautifully. In this particular case, you can put advertising on these vehicles. Okay, moving forward. What does Lucid have? Lucid has a dog in the front. Cute. But yeah, this was actually part of the auto show. Lucid actually had a section in the auto show. Tesla did not. Oh, by the way, Shabmao says to like and subscribe. Okay, so what other headwinds do we have? So yeah, just released today, Elon Musk stated that 12.5.x will finally combine the city and highway software stacks. If you all remember, version 11 actually already did this, but Tesla had to remove that in version 12 because version 12 moved to neural nets for the city. So the city stayed neural nets, the highway stayed as the C++ code, the 400,000 lines of C++ code. So what Tesla wants to do now is they want to combine it again and have everything run on the end-to-end neural nets. And looks like this is going to happen in 12.5, which is the next version coming out. And after that will be 12.6. See, that the thing is, every major version, like 12.5, or I should say every minor version, 12.5, 12.6, 12.4, 12.3, whatever, that number, the dot whatever, each of those is a brand new build of the entire neural network from the ground up. So basically, they scrap everything and they rebuild it from scratch for that new version. Now, this has benefits and also has setbacks. The setbacks, well, the benefits obviously are that they can introduce a whole new model, a whole new parameter set into that new model. They've actually maxed out the hardware 3 in FSD soon. They're maxing it out very quickly. The computational power, the inference computational power in their vehicles is being maxed out. So anyway, that's an aside. And also Tesla is building out for hardware 4 specialized FSD in their Tesla or in their Texas factory. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll just say that 12.5 is currently in testing, and 12.6 is also currently in testing, but an earlier stage of testing. So you got 12.6 early stage of testing, 12.5 later stage of testing, and 12.4 has obviously been released. What else do we have? Again, today, there's so much news about this company. That's why I had to make this video right now. The new Optimus design, which will be completed later this year, is something special. So let me know in the comments, what do you think this new Optimus design will be? Honestly, I don't know. I think the existing one looks great. I think the current iteration looks great. I'm not too sure what they could do to make it better, other than the functionality could be better. It could be more intelligent in the movements. It could do more things, but those are more functionality things. These aren't design things. I'm thinking about like looks. Well, how can they improve the look of it is what I'm asking here. And design as well. Let me know in the comments what features you think the new Optimus will have soon. So yeah, Tesla shares are up 42% since Jim Cramer said that he'd rather buy GM 2 weeks ago. This is not a joke. Okay. The joke is, whatever Jim Cramer says, do the opposite and you'll come out ahead. He's just so wrong in so many different things. It's comical. Jim Cramer is comical. He'd purchase GM over Tesla. In what world would he purchase ever? Would you purchase GM over Tesla? I mean, GM, there's a chance, a small chance, but there's a chance GM may go bankrupt within 10 years from now. And I'm sorry, I just don't buy companies that I think may achieve bankruptcy. I just don't. What else is new? So Xpeng's latest new model will reportedly dump LiDAR in favor of pure vision, similar to Tesla. Now this is big. Okay, so Elon has stated in the last few earnings calls that they're working with a major auto manufacturer to license FSD. Now, Elon has been harping, and Tesla themselves have been harping, vision-only full self-driving, autonomous driving for many years now. For many years, they have said LiDAR just does not work, will not work for their needs. Why? Well, two main reasons I think is number one, LiDAR is expensive, and number two is it's ugly. You've seen those Waymo cars, that huge thing, the hat that they have on the top of the cars, it is ugly. So yeah, vision-only approach is the only approach that actual people buying a car will use. And even if I'm hailing a taxi, I don't want an ugly taxi. I want a sexy taxi. I want a Tesla taxi. So anyway, those are the major things there. So later also has other issues with various environmental issues like heavy fog. It has problems with. But anyway, the ultimate solution is a pure vision solution. I don't have the picture here, but there's also a new picture of Tesla apparently training their cars for their new compact robotaxi car. and it has a camera placement in a weird spot, a custom camera placement for training for that car. I'll put it up in a slide in a later video, but it's not in this video. So what do we have in the deliveries? Okay, the numbers are the numbers. The one thing I will say about the numbers is that the bleeding apparently has stopped. I think this is what got investors excited, because when the bleeding stopped on the deliveries and on the production, that means that Tesla no longer has an urgent need to cut prices, to cut into their margin, to obliterate their margin, which they've been doing for the last year. Tesla's been obliterating their gross margins the past year and their net margins. So what this basically says to me is that that period is over. Now it's the period of demand growing again at the current prices or even increased prices. They're actually bumped up a couple of prices recently. That's number one. Number two, the more important thing in this result is the battery storage. 9.4 gigawatts of battery storage this quarter or last quarter. So what does that tell us? That tells us one thing. That tells us that this is basically the maximum that we can expect from Lathrop ever. Because Lathrop is going to max out at 40 gigawatt hours per year. Divide that by 4, you get 10 gigawatt hours. Again, that's maximum capacity. You'll never really reach that on a continuous basis. That's number one. Number two is that this is basically double the previous quarter. So quarter over quarter, energy doubled. Now, why? The reason it doubled is because the energy market is lumpy. So you'll get lower numbers one quarter, higher numbers next quarter, just due to the nature that these units get installed. Sometimes you get a whole bunch of installs in one quarter, fewer installs in the next quarter or the previous quarter. So you'll see downtrends and uptrends, but the overall trajectory is the same. The overall trend line is upwards. So it'll keep going and it will keep growing. I should say upwards this way. So yeah, for energy, it should double in this year over the previous year. Energy should go up over 100%. This is the real growth driver in the business right now is energy. Even though autos have flatlined, energy is the star right now. Energy is the money. Energy is the money. What else is the money? What is the other tailwind? The other tailwind is the Robotaxi event. And it's coming up soon. 8/8. That is 1 month from now. In 1 month, we're going to know exactly the details of this Robotaxi. We're going to know, number one, what's important to me is the same design still the same design that they're going to use with the steering wheel, with somebody actually driving the car, or will they be differentiated designs? Will the Robotaxi be this design, will the compact car be this design, the same as the Robotaxi, or will it be a different design? So anyway, this is a mock-up model of the Robotaxi based off of two pieces of information. One, they're both from Tesla. One is from the Elon Musk biography, where they have like a wooden structure, which is kind of like the outline of the car. That was a while back. And there's also a video with Franz, where he also has an outline of the car. And this matches the outline. So we know what the outline of the unit will look like, but we don't know really anything else. The rest is kind of made up. So we don't know, for example, if it's going to be a 3-wheel, because this looks like it might be a 3-wheel, but it's not going to be a 3-wheel. It's going to be a 4-wheel. So put that to bed. It's going to be a 4-wheel. So Alex asks, are you excited? I am. I ask you, are you excited? Okay, so yeah, I created a DCF valuation model on Tesla. This was back in February. Now, assuming that, worst case scenario, let's assume that autonomous fails. Let's assume that Robotaxi fails, and let's assume FSD fails, and let's assume that Optimus fails. If all we have to go by is auto and energy, I am projecting an implied share price today of $242.71. Okay, so I'm going to give you a bonus. Let's just say that autonomous driving becomes a thing. Let's say it succeeds and reaches my personal expectations. If that happens, I think Tesla's fair value today is $700.46. If you want to see the exact numbers on this DCF valuation, head on over to my Patreon. Yeah, it's all up on my Patreon. And actually, I have a 7-day free trial. You can go to my Patreon, sign up, download whatever you want up to today. I have valuation models on Tesla, on soon to be a secret stock, which you'll know soon. I have Nvidia, AMD, Intel. I like 15 different stocks on there. So yeah, it's a must-have, and really, it's a best buy. It is a best buy. You will not find anything comparable. So yeah, if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.